The Ghost Fence was created to keep back the great villain to the Dunmer people, Dagoth-Ur. So why is there no information on what he's up to? Only millennium-old stories about him. It seems clear that he has unleashed the Blight, and it seems to me that the Cliff Racers are spreading it. But why? I guess because he is a bad guy? Isn't that how all stories go? I would never guess otherwise, but it still bothers me that I do not know his motives. The usual power? Then why cannot the forces stationed at the Ghostgate or even Almseve go in there and finish him for good? Something is wrong. If Vivek can stop a moon but cannot defeat this Dagoth-Ur for good, I don't know what more can be said, but it seems to me that the powers of Almseve are finite. Many people, when they think of the Empire, they think of the Imperials. Even their race is named after their empire. But many who do not study history do not know that this empire by the people of Cyrodiil is not the first. No, in fact, it is the third. In each era there has been an empire that sprang up in Cyrodiil and then collapsed. The first was the Alessian, and the second the Riemann, and now the Septim Empire. All my studying of history has paid off, but truly I am no professional historian. Oh, I'm just a Dunmer who likes reading of war, battle, and all the great moments in the history of Nirn. But my point is that the Riemann Empire conquered all of Tamriel except for Morrowind. The Septim Empire was able to take Morrowind, and this all happened with Almseve still in power. So what changed between the two empires? Something must have, and the fact that Dagoth-Ur still lives and is spreading his power with his believers all the way south into Vivek City tells me that things are worse than I thought. I have had several run-ins and a strange dream with this sixth house. I can only pray to Akatosh that things will be revealed to me in full as time goes forward, and that an answer will be had to stopping Dagoth-Ur. It's not that he's defeating the forces against him, but his influence is slipping through. Worse, no one is talking about that. Strange and magical enchantment. After I touched the shrine in there, I guess it's like a shield, but I can...
Could it get any worse?
I can see it. Very strange. Anyway, you're about to tell me who you are.
Thank you.
Gods, that's better. I feel much less Daedra-eaten now. Thank you. This whole thing is very embarrassing. I'm trying to become a strong warrior, but I guess I still have a long way to go. Listen, for you to have survived the attack from 3 Daedra like that, it took me a while to bring one of them down. I think you are a strong warrior. I'm supposed to be a great warrior, it's expected of me, but I spent all my time training, and am obviously still not good enough. Gah, what would my tribe think of me if they knew I had been rescued by an Outlander? An Outlander, for Azura's sake. I mean no offense, but it looks bad. Oh, come on now, it's not that bad. They were pretty tough for Clanfears, and there were 3 of them. Thank you, but you don't understand. But how could you? You have no idea who I am, or what I do, and why. So tell me. It's not that simple. It's not something I'm free to discuss, and certainly not with Outlanders. All I will say is that I have a sacred mission I need to carry out within the Ghost Fence on behalf of my tribe and others, but I've been training here for a week now, and I can't even deal with the creatures on this side of the fence. If it's a sacred mission, aren't the gods or Daedra or whoever protecting you? Ha! That's what my mother says. She has such powerful faith in her gods and in me. That's why I have to succeed. I can't stand the thought of disappointing her, but I'm not sure I share her faith. Maybe that's my problem. What do you have to do within the Ghost Fence? What secret mission is there? I told you I can't discuss it, and you wouldn't understand anyway. Can you tell me where it is within the Ghost Fence? Or you could just go into the shrine? You're stronger than me, and you say that your name is Sunil Rilvain and you are a freelance adventurer? Tell me, Sunil Rilvain, did you ever adventure inside the Ghost Fence? Well, I only did once. I had to. It's a rough place, but I never saw anything other than cliff racers. I thought so. You're strong enough to deal with those ash monsters, or soon you will be, I wonder. But no, forget it. I had no reason to trust you. I helped you, didn't I? That's true. But how do I know your motives weren't... Gah, Sheogorath, I can't keep thinking like this. I have to do something. Sunil Rilvain, would you be willing to help me develop my skills? Would you consider training me? Training you? In swordplay, I'm pretty good, I admit it. Training you. If my people knew, they would be horrified, but I can't see any other way. I'm just not getting anywhere training by myself. I need guidance, and you seem capable of giving it to me. Outlander or not, you're the only person I've met so far who has helped me, and perhaps that means something. And it's not as if I'd be a useless companion. I can fight, cast a few spells, and generally look after myself. I wouldn't be a burden to you. In fact, I could be a useful ally. I can levitate, breathe water, and heal myself, provided I have enough magicka, of course. I'm a fast runner, and I can repair your weapons for you. If you have the right tools. Gah, I'm an idiot. I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Julan Kasha Bale, of the Ahimusa tribe. Well, sort of. I'm actually an outcast, but, it's complicated. So what do you say, Snil Rovane? Do you think we'd make a good team? I'm not sure what good of a teacher I'll be, but you're welcome to tag along for a while. Great. I have to admit I was getting rather lonely hanging around here by myself. I'll let you take the lead, since I really don't know Vardenfell all that well. In fact, this is the furthest I've ever been from home up until now. But look, since we're here, we can try going within the ghost fence. Not far, just inside the gate. I have to get used to it. I just have to. I thought I was scared of going in there. Alright. But afterwards, I'm going to go into the temple here. In fact, now that I think of it, I have to cast... Oh, what was it? Yes, Mark. Oh, I'm not sure.
Die.
Kind of...
Die.
Right now? Cliff racers are a menace.
I'm so hungry. I could eat a rat.
I don't have enough magicka. Well, it's from the same school of magic that Soul Trap is. I don't have enough magicka. And I don't have anything. Oblivion to this. Let's go in. You wanted to go in. I definitely don't want to mark myself in there. I'm sorry. I thought I was ready for this, but it's so... I know. I have to come here, but I just can't. Not yet. Not now. Please let me cast Almsivi intervention and teleport us both out of here. Please. My head is... I can't. I can't help it if you have issues. I have things to do here. I'll meet you in Ald'Ruhn later. Okay, whatever, but I need to get out of here. I'll see you later, assuming you bother to return to me. I'm a mur of my word. If you can cast that to get there, that tells me that... What is that? What is that? I saw something up there. I know I saw something up there. It looked like some kind of man? By the 9, leave me alone. If I'd have known better, I would say Daggothur spawned you cliff racers. I have to find out what that was I saw. Like I said, I'm not going to cast Mark here. If I recall, I could recall right next to a blighted creature. I hope Sheogorath hasn't taken me, but I want to see what that was. I did see something. What is that? Oh. It's not friendly. Oh. Shocking me. Did I hit it? That's it. I don't know what you are. I don't think I should remain here. That is so painful. I will return. close. Stay on that side. Whatever that thing was, I assume it's one of Dagothar's minions. It's so dark out here, I can't... I know I left during the day. Where are all the soldiers? I know they can't open up the ghost fence on their own. There's some of them. Is this a tavern? Can I stay here for the night? Hello. We rent beds. I have some good beds for barter. What do you want? I think you meant you have some goods for barter. Oh yes, sorry. That's okay. You have good beds for barter, that's alright too. I don't really think I have anything to sell. At least she takes that. I think I'll sell these Daedra cards. It's a bit of coin in my purse, anyways. To return that. Belt of Iron Will. I don't really think that I need it, but it's not worth very much. The belt that I have... Belt of the Armor of God is much more powerful. I received it from Elan Andis of the Hall of Justice for solving the mysterious killings in Vivek City. It's a bit of a powerful belt. She doesn't buy it. What was I thinking? Lacer plumes. She takes ingredients. Muck. I don't know why I grabbed that. I actually don't think I need this book anymore. She don't buy books. Okay. How about some Hakalo leaf? Will you give me a little bit extra for this? Say 425? No? 422? Thanks. How about a bed? Yes, we have one available. It's 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it? Yes. Great, the bed is yours. Enjoy your stay. Can you tell me anything about the Ghostgate? Do you know about this, an Ashlander outside named of Julan? Yes, I hear you've taken him under your wing, as it were. Good job, too. It was ridiculous watching him opening the gates to the ghost fence, getting halfway through the tunnel, and then chickening out over and over again. So that wasn't his first time, then. What can you tell me about the Ghost Gate? The Ghost Fence, I mean. The Ghost Fence was created and is sustained by the divine powers of Vivek and the Tribunal.
Yes, Outlander.
Buoyant armature. I have the shield on me. And I still...
Come on, I haven't got all day to stand around and talk to you.
And I was still thrown out by that, whatever it was. I don't even know if it was wearing a mask. It had skin like a Dunmer. But everything around here is ash-colored, including us. It didn't have a face of a Dunmer. This is the Ghost Gate, and my name is Fiona Srethrin. Let me know if you need information. If you have any news or the latest rumors, please share them. We get few visitors here. Can you tell me about the Ghost Gate? For centuries, ordinators and buoyant armatures led by the Tribunal would pass through Ghost Gate on annual raids against Dagoth-Ur's Ash vampire kin, but these raids were suspended because of the heavy losses to the Temple forces. So you no longer do it. They could be growing in number inside and you wouldn't even know it. Let's hope that fence keeps them up, but it's not, though. Dagoth-Ur, he's contacting people on the outside. I don't know how he's doing it. Maybe there's a way past the ghost fence for them. Buoyant armatures. The light-hearted buoyant armatures are rivals of the more solemn ordinators in service of the temple. What do you sell? Faction members only, Dark Elf. What faction? What faction are you part of? I'm part of the temple. I'm Frionis Reverin, trader and house cousin of the great house Redoran. Thank you. I was always calling it Redoran. Maybe I remembered it wrong. She calls it Redoran. And if she's part of that house, she must know what it's properly called. So this is a buoyant armature.
Is there something you need?
He's wearing light armor. What the? Glass armor with a Daedric...
Yes, Outlander, what do you
helm?
want?
That shield. So I believe... Wow. Interesting armor.
There's someone watching me.
I don't know about ever wearing a face like that, though. Hello?
May I help you?
You've come to the Ghostgate, Pilgrim. The last good place on the edge of Red Mountain. Rest and take advantage of our services, or if there's someone in particular you want, or a specific place you want to find, let me know. What can you tell me about the Buoyant Armatures? The Buoyant Armatures is a small military order of the temple exclusively dedicated to answering to Lord Vivek. Oh. Maybe I forgot about that. I know that I haven't heard that name in a long time. Ages. Obviously 30 plus years. The House of Troubles. Chronicle of the 4 bad Daedra who chose to challenge the tribunal. But we're not talking about the House of... What is the Hope of the Redoran? The Hope of the Redoran by Tyrell Ninurth. One of the few magical arts the Psychics of Artaeum have kept to themselves, away from the common spells and schools of the Mages Guild, is the gift of divination. Despite this, or perhaps because of it, omens and prophecies abound in Tamriel, some of substance, others of pure folly, and still others so ambiguous as to be unverifiable. There are still other prophecies kept secret, from the prophecies of Dro Jezad and elsewhere, sounds like a Khajiit, and the Neverine in Morrowind, to the Elder Scrolls themselves. The Nord nobility have a tradition of having omens read for their children. In general, these readings are of the obscure variety. One of my acquaintances told me that her parents were told, for example, that their daughter would have her life rescued by a snake, and so gave her the name Serpentkin in a special ceremony. And this young lady, Arya Valcor Serpentkin, was indeed saved by a snake many years later when an assassin creeping on her stepped on a Dansworm viper. Occasionally, omens seem to be almost purposely misleading, as if Boethia had crafted them as traps. I recall one particularly, many years ago, a male child was born into House Redoran. It was a very difficult birth, and the mother was delirious and near death by the time it was over. She chanted just as her son came into the world, and she passed from it. Fortune was smiled this day, not frowned. My child will be mighty in mind and in arm. He shall bring hope to House Redoran. Neither spell nor blade shall hurt the man, nor illness nor poison cause any harm. His blood shall never drop on the ground. The boy, named Andus, was indeed extraordinary. He never was ill and never suffered so much as a scratch all through his childhood. He was also quite intelligent and strong, which, combined with his invulnerability, caused many to call him after his mother's omen, the Hope of the Redoran. Of course, anyone who is called the Hope of the Redoran will eventually develop some taint of impertinence, and it wasn't long before he had enemies. His worst enemy was his cousin, Athen, who had borne much abuse at the hands of Andus. Primary among the grudges was that Athen had been sent to Rihad to complete his education at Andus's insistence. When Athen returned from Hammerfell, it was because of the death of his father, who had also been a counselor of the house. Athen was old enough to take his seat in the council, but Andus claimed the seat as well, saying that his cousin had been gone too long from Morrowind, and didn't understand politics as he did. The majority of the house agreed with Andus, wanting to see the Hope of the Redoran rise quickly. Athen exercised his right to combat his cousin for the seat. No one thought he had any chance of winning, of course, but the battle was scheduled to commence the following morn. Andus whored and dined and drank with the councillors that night, confident that his place in the house was secured and the hopeful new dawn of House Redoran was rising. Athen retired to his castle and his friends, Andus's enemies, and his servants he had brought from Hammerfell. Athen and his friends were discussing the duel morosely when one of his old teachers, a warrior called Shardi, came into the hall. She had grown quite proud of her student over the years in Hammerfell, proud enough to accompany him across the Empire to his family's lands, and wanted to know why they had so little confidence in his odds in the battle. They explained to her Andus's uncommon blessings and the nature of his mother's omen. If he can't be harmed by disease, poison, magicka, and his blood can never be spilled, what hope have I ever of besting him? Cried Athen. Have you remembered nothing I taught you? Replied Shardi. Is there no weapon you can think of that will slay without blood? Are swords and spears and arrows the only items in your arsenal? Athen quickly realized the weapon Shardy was speaking of, but it seemed absurd. Not only absurd, but pathetic and primitive. Still, it was the only hope he had. All that night, Shardy trained him in the art and techniques, showing him the various swings and stances her people had developed in Albion Gora, counterattacks, feints, and blocks imported from Yokuda, the classic one and two-handed grips for most of the ancient weapons in history. For the most ancient weapon in history. The cousins faced one another the next morning, and never have two combatants looked so unevenly matched. Andis's entrance brought a great cheer, for not only was he much beloved as the hope for the Redoran, but as his victory was a foregone conclusion. Most wanted to be in good standing with him. His shining mail and blade drew admiration and awe. By contrast, Athen drew a gasp of surprise, and only a smattering of polite applause. He appeared costumed and armed like a barbarian. As Shardy had suggested, Athen allowed Andis to attack first. The hope of the Redoran was eager to finish the battle and take the power he deserved quickly. The blade pushed by Andis's mighty arm slashed across Athen's chest, but shallowly, and before it could be counterswung, Athen knocked it back with his own weapon. When Athen attacked and wounded Andis, the hope of the Redoran was so surprised by being hurt for the first time in his life, he dropped his sword. The less said about the end of the battle, the better. Suffice it to say that Athen, wielding a simple club, battered Andis to death without spilling a drop of blood. Athen took his father's seat as counselor, and it was then said that the hope in the woman referred to Athen, not Andis. After all, had Andis not tried to take the counselor seat away from his cousin, Athen, being not very ambitious, might never have tried to get it. It can certainly be argued that way, I suppose. I wonder if they have any more information on Dagathur. Now that I'm here, I'm actually quite curious. I don't see any
May
more
I
books.
help you?
Okay, so we are looking now. She says she rents beds, but where are they? Is it downstairs? I'm not sure.
I've got better things to do, so if you don't mind, let's move this along.
A blacksmith. That room is taken. I take it that's not a place for me to go.
Okay, Outlander, but make it quick.
Oh. No, I don't think I meant to go down here. This is not where I'm to come.
Come on. I haven't
Let's hear it.
Stand around and talk to you.
The House of Troubles. We are looking for the 6th house. That's Dagathur's house. It was erased. It was House Dress, House Endoro, House Redoran, House Hlalu, House Telvanni. Those are the 5 houses. The 6th was Dagathur. Where is this woman? Rent beds? This is where I came in. It must be somewhere close by her. Otherwise, this is just foolish. This leads outside, does it not? That's where I entered. Everything is a circle. I believe I went upstairs, did I not? Oh, this is the temple. Veloth, he led the Chimer away from the Somerset Isles. Aurelor, Olms, Aurorus, Realms. Some of them
Is there
are,
something
in
I
my
can do
mind,
for you?
Shrine of Saint Neverar. I didn't know he had been sainted. I guess I've forgotten. Saint Maris. Vivek's Fury. Saint Lawless. Felms.
Is there something you need?
Felms. Yes. Felms is my favorite, actually, of all of them. He's the one that had that mighty axe. And he was turned into the most powerful... Well, not turned in. His soul
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
His soul was taken, and he was implanted into the most powerful automaton
I
that Soth
could
the
kill
Sill
that Gore. Those
had
boots
ever
are ruined.
constructed. Olms was also... I think I passed it. Olms over here. Realms, Aurorus, Olms. He was also... The same thing had been done to him. But sadly, slowly over the centuries, they lost their minds. They had to be destroyed in the end. It was a sad but necessary thing to do. House of Troubles. House of Troubles. Doors of Spirit. You have nothing on the 6th house? I think it's... I had to pull teeth to get that information from that Imperial. I had to go into that Dwemer ruin. Pull teeth. It was like pulling teeth.
Is there something you need?
This, I guess, is the side of the Ordinators. There's also one rule the Ordinators follow. One rule that's not good for anyone who's not an Ordinator. If you wear any of their armor, they will literally come and attack you in order to kill you. It's a pretty sacred thing for them. I don't understand it. House Endoro. I don't know. I believe I went to the other side. I haven't been down here. Legions of the Dead. That's talking about undead. Wolf Queen. Varieties of Faith.
Is there something you need?
Interesting that there's nothing on the 6th house. Because that's what the ghost fence was all about. Stopping Dagoth in his house. I don't believe in being strong by taking away knowledge.
Yes, Outlander, what do you want?
That makes you weaker. But I do believe that this 6th house... Dagoth was mentioned in the earlier times, and Dagoth is also talked about now, but it's like they destroyed something about it, because why can't I find any information here? I'll have to try the... There's a library... Not a library, a bookstore in both Balmora...
Go ahead, Outlander, what do you need?
Balmora and Ald'Ruhn. I'm thinking of maybe going to see if I can find a book there about it. I've got to find where this bed is. I'm getting tired now. Very sad that I walked right by it.
What do you want?
I've been up all night. Nope, I just want 8. There we go. You woke today with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Indeed it is. To strengthen where I'm weakest. And also build upon my strength. I'm starting to be able to carry more and more weight.
I've got better things to do, so if you don't mind, let's move this along.
I've gained strength, a lot of physical strength. I've surpassed what I was like back in Imperial City. I guess I had kind of grown a little lazy back there. I want to go right back to where I was. Okay, so I do believe this is the way out. Oh, are these pilgrims? These things are a scourge.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Hit it. Just have to know where to aim. Okay. Mark. Not good. That woman does sell potions in there. I can always use this. I could have used this to fight that. But I wasn't prepared for a massive... It's still there. It's still there. I don't have enough magicka. I'll wait. Ugh, can't wait here.
Hurry this up, will you?
I'm definitely going to pick up more magic potions when I return
What do you want?
to the Wizards, the Mages Guild. This is Ghostgate, and my name is Ingrid. Please let me know if you need information. If you have any news or the latest rumors, please share them. We get few visitors here. Were you in... No, you were not inside.
Go ahead.
You look like an Ashlander. You have come to the Ghostgate, Pilgrim. Last good place on the edge of Red Mountain. Rest and take advantage of our services. Or if there's someone in particular you want, or a specific place you can find, let me know. Who are you? I'm Ald'Ruhn, Hunter. Okay. You look like a pilgrim. Hello. These shrines can be a pain to find, but they're always worth the effort. That they are, but I wouldn't go in right now. There's something nasty on the other side of the gate. Wait here. Only thing I can do is go in and rest. Maybe an hour of sleep would bring it back. If I don't mark here, then I will find it difficult to run back here. At least I still have this room for a few hours more. How many hours would it take? I don't feel like that much mana has come back. I'll stay another night if I need be. I will cast this spell.
Is there something you need?
It worked. That was only about the 30th try. Okay. I just need training and mysticism. But I can come back here. And I need some potions. This is ridiculous. Now, CV intervention. Here I am. Back in Ald'Ruhn. Now just to find Julan.